Hey Aries, if you are an Aries, sun, moon, or rising, this message could be for you. I'm an Aries rising myself, so it could be for me too. I channeled actually, I only got one message for Aries when I was channeling for you guys today. So, what I was shown was this grid, and it was like a white light was the grid was sort of like made out of light and it was kind of vibrating. So, what I get from that is that for one, it may be useful for you to think about raising your vibration, or it could be that you are already really coming from a high vibration and a place of light, so to speak, if that's something that resonates with you. The grid, I feel like, is representative of like material life, structure, routines, like everyday life, kind of like the grid. So it could be helpful in raising your vibration to focus on the everyday things that you need to accomplish. Having a good self care routine could be something that raises your vibration right now. So, and then also not getting too in sometimes we get too entrapped in like the spiritual side of things and we forget to apply it to um, the actions that we're taking. We forget to channel it into inspired action. Or sometimes we neglect our own self care or like material life because we get immersed in the spiritual. So, this could be a good time for you to really ground into your life, really think about self care routines. Maybe if there are some things on your to do list that are more grid type activities like you need to go make an appointment of some kind, you need to go take care of some kind of paperwork, something, relating to your job, like doing the best you can within like your work. These could be things that you're neglecting where it's gonna raise your vibration to think about what are the basic everyday things that you need to do. And then also bringing spirituality and magic into your everyday routine could be something that's really helpful to you right now. So, coming at everything from a meditative state of mind and really bringing your whole heart into even just the everyday little like routine things that you do. That could be something that's really helpful for you right now. So, we're going to dig into this more with the tarot. I already shuffled and got a couple of cards to start us off. So we got Aeon, which speaks actually very highly to that same energy that I was describing, where it's like you're starting to take the first steps towards a new way of life. So for you, this might come in, some very simple everyday things that you start doing where you just take this first little step towards something. And it doesn't even have to be something spiritual for it to have a spiritual impact on you. It could be that taking care of yourself in certain small ways um, brings more spirituality into your life. And, taking care of yourself is really important, I think, for you right now. Okay. And then the death card also came up with it. So there's definitely a big theme here of like the ending of an old way of life and the beginning of something new. It could be that something has ended here for you and that you're kind of just now starting to step into your new reality and you're starting to feel the rebirth after the death. I kind of get the feeling that the death part might be a little bit in your past, whereas like right now I think you're starting to step into something new. So that said, hmm, I'm gonna get a little read on your emotions with the Prism Oracle. Kind of see how you're feeling right now in this. But I think, yeah, your life is starting to transform, and it could be very small things that are helping bring you into that. There also could be old habits that you need to put an end to. And I think with that grid message, if there are things that you need to let go of, it's not necessarily like it's not necessarily something big or something like some kind of really bad destructive habit. It could be something very small where you're like, you need to give up, excess sugar or um, some kind of a bad habit. Maybe quit smoking or whatever that is for you, whatever your vice is. Something small, maybe. Or there could be small steps that you can take towards cutting off bad habits. Okay, so you're feeling successful. So I think you're already, for most of you in this timeline, you're already in a place where you're starting to make these changes and you're feeling really good in it. And you're clearing out some old baggage, I think, for yourself because it's with the Aeon, a lot of times it's kind of like suddenly we're in a new timeline. It's can feel like going through a portal and like a new life essentially. So let's see, I'm gonna get one of these as well. This is the Faceted Garden Oracle. So yeah, definitely the clearing away of something. Ooh, just bringing something new in. So you got the celestial realm. So yeah, you're feeling very connected to the universe in this right now. And then I got three more that flipped over upside down. Seeds, birth, and spade. Yeah, this really goes along with that same message. So there's something that you've uprooted here so that you could plant something new, birth and seeds. So it's this very heavy, like death and rebirth energy. And you're feeling the success of this. I think you've successfully started something new here. And you're very in tune with the universe here, very connected. You're feeling good, I think, right now. It's great. Let's see where we'll get something on your past, see what kind of energy you're coming from. I'm gonna use the Modern Witch Tarot here. So let's see. All right, what do we get? The Hanged Man. So yeah, big again, this big energy of a, a new cycle of some kind where you had to like maybe give something up here or something came to a stop for you. This is where we realize we can't keep going down the same path that we've been going down. We have to stop and surrender to whatever is happening. There may have been a point where you were feeling um, stuck in some way in the past before this, whatever this new beginning that's coming in for you now. You may have felt kind of suspended, and now you're starting to like take these steps, or you may have given up something. You could have given up a bad habit here. Um, and I think if that's the case, I think it's possible you've already successfully done that. Um, and it started something new for you here. Okay. So this is where you are now, the Hierophant. So yeah, some kind of again, going back to the grid, maybe some kind of a structure here that you've entered, it could be a structure within your life, like you've created some kind of routine for yourself. If that's the case, this is your confirmation that you're on the right track with that. Could be the beginning of some kind of spiritual practice for you, maybe taking something spiritual and making it into something structured, like creating some kind of a daily ritual, whether that's meditation, prayer, any kind of magic, divination, where you're taking time to ground yourself every day and tap into something spiritual here. Um, or it could just be it could be anything structured in your life, whatever this new beginning is here for you. Um, yeah. let's see what the, okay. So for your future, you got the Hermit. So yeah, definitely deeply going within. If what got cut out here for you was any type of relationship, be it something romantic, be it a friendship, or even a job or a workplace, you're definitely really leaning into having some solo time here in the future and really relying on yourself. Let's see. Let me get an affirmation for you as well. And whatever, if there is some kind of spiritual connection happening for you here, I see you really going within. Um, let's see. But you got all three major arcana, so some really big changes happening for you within yourself, and within like the major themes of your life, really big changes happening for you here. Because yeah, even yeah, you actually really so everything that is tarot, not the oracle cards, but the tarot cards, literally every single one that came up was a major card. So major transformation of the self is what I'm seeing here for you, and successfully. You've really successfully um, made some kind of a change here. And you're okay with kind of like, not necessarily that you're alone, but being on your own and being true to yourself. I think you're feeling good in that. Very connected with whatever your spirituality is, I think. Let's see. So yeah, finding the spirituality in your everyday life, I think is where you're going to find the magic right now. Whatever the structures are that are in your life, um, be it your job, family, really lean into the present moment. Okay, let's see. So your affirmation is embrace freedom. I am free to create my own reality. So if whatever came to an end here may have been very restrictive for you, and now you have a chance at a new beginning where you can create your reality into whatever you want it to be. So my advice to you would be to really look at your everyday life and how can you bring magic and spirituality into the everyday things that you do, really leaning into your self-care and yeah, just having a positive new start here and just fully letting go of the past. I think you're doing that. Um, but yeah, major, major changes. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that for you, Aries. And yeah, if that resonated with you, feel free to let me know about it in the comments and or hit the like button if you feel like if you feel like this resonated for you at all, if you feel like it helped you in any way. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, I think. So yeah, have a great day.